Alright, hello ladies and gentlemen. Let's discuss Star Trek today, shall we? Okay, first of all, I am enormous Star Trek fan. I am particularly fond of Star Trek, the original series from the 1960s. 1966 to 1969, to be precise. Captain Kirk, Mr. Spock, Bones, Uhura, Sulu, Chekhov, etc. And I'm not a fan of the new Star Trek by JJ Abrams. Not even close. I don't like what Mr. Abrams has done with Star Trek. Not happy about that at all. He changed too many things. He took Star Trek and just completely distorted it and disoriented it and turned it into a completely different franchise from what it was before. And he especially ruined Captain Kirk. Captain Kirk from the original series was simply awesome. He was the man. He was a very well-respected captain, and he commanded the respect and loyalty of his crew because that's just the kind of person he was. His crew respected him because of the kind of person that he was. New Kirk from the new Star Trek is nothing at all like the original Captain James T. Kirk. New Kirk is basically a punk-ass kid. That's all he is. He's just a little punk. He's a jerk, and he is, if you'll pardon the expression, an ass monkey. And he's stupid. He's extremely stupid. He's got some brains. I mean, Captain Pike, new Pike, called him a genius. So the man, the new Kirk from the new Trek has got brains, but he's got the common sense God gave a fence post. Case in point would be the final, the next to the final scene in the movie, where the Narada is being consumed by a red matter black hole, and Kirk decides, I'm going to shoot at it. Even though everybody can tell that the ship is being destroyed, the black hole is grinding the Narada up into tiny little bite-sized pieces, and it's going to be consumed by the black hole, and it'll be gone in just a few seconds. But instead of backing the ship off and just watching from a safe distance to make sure it all happens, it all goes away, he says, let's fire everything we've got and shoot at it some, even though it's a completely defenseless ship. I guess it must have made him feel good to fire on a helpless ship. I mean, I realized that Nero deserved what he got because he destroyed New Vulcan. But still, that was just dumb. That was a waste of ammunition. Then, even after doing that, instead of backing the ship off out of the event horizon of the black hole, New Kirk decides to just sit there and wait for the Narada to be consumed by the black hole, and then finally decides, we ought to get out of here, I guess, so turn it around, let's go home. And by that time, the black hole is expanded enough to where the Abrams prize is caught in the gravitational pull of the event horizon and can't break free. So that is a prime example of New Kirk's dumbassiness, is he didn't have the common sense to get the hell away from the black hole so the ship wouldn't get sucked in. So the next thing that happened is even dumber than that. Scotty ejects new Scotty ejects the warp cores, plural. Several barrel-shaped doohickeys go flying out the back of the ship and detonates the warp cores, and they explode in this gigantic, funky-looking blue fireball that for some reason, even though a black hole has the gravitational pull to suck in even light, that blue explosion doesn't get sucked into the black hole. Instead, it actually explodes with enough force to break the gravitational pull of a black hole and literally push the Abrams prize out of the way of the black hole. That was the most one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen in my entire life. And I've watched a lot of stupid sci-fi, but good Lord, that was crazy. That was just purely an example of bad writing, bad science, and little to no research done whatsoever. But I don't know. After seeing this movie, I know it's been 2 years ago, but after seeing this movie, I am just not impressed with the writing talents of Roberto Orci and Alex Kurtzman. And I'm certainly not inspired or impressed by the directing prowess of JJ Abrams. The movie was almost unwatchable because of the lens flares. You could barely see what was going on, with flashes going on all the time, obscuring the characters' faces. Then there were all the extreme close-ups and shaky cam, and it was just a very difficult movie to watch. Hey, it's raining on me. Anyway, that's all I'm going to do for now, because my camera's running out of space. But just suffice it to say that I do not like JJ Trek at all. Give me the original Star Trek any day of the week. Any of the original series, animated series, Next Generation, DS9, Voyager, any of the movies other than JJ Trek, and I'll be just a happy little camper. And one of the things that just really pissed me the hell off was when Roberto Orci was doing that interview with Anthony Pascal on TrekMovie.com, and when they asked him whether or not the original universe would continue after the new movie, he gave some kind of off-the-wall answer, and then he said, "But don't worry, your DVDs won't disappear." That was a smart-ass remark. That pissed me off. He was like, "Don't worry, Trek fans. Whatever we do, it doesn't matter. You'll still have your DVDs at home, so you can go to your mommy's basement and watch them." I'll tell you. Anyway, that's all for now. I'll be back.